I talked to Mike Huckabee a couple days ago, and I asked him about separation of church and state and other issues like that. And he actually got into whether he would support an atheist president versus a phony Christian president. And what he said is he would rather support an atheist president that is honest about his atheism than a phony Christian, somebody that talks the talk but doesn't walk the walk. What's your stance on that?
Well, knowing Governor Huckabee, I'm sure he wasn't insinuating anybody, because he's not that type of person. He's a great guy. And to me, I think our founders set it up right. They said there won't be a religious litmus test in order to serve. But I also think when you look at the Declaration of Independence, they did say law of nature and nature's God. Meaning, it's not healthy for society to bend every rule to each and everybody's whim or whatever they say they believe.
Sure.
So there's a law of nature and there's a law of nature's God. And that's the laws you should purport to or concord to. So that's where I would be on that.
Do you feel like you would support one versus the other?
Well, I would most definitely support someone who's a genuine article. Because when you're hiring a president, that's what you're doing here. He's interviewing for a job, you're hiring a president. The first thing is, do you trust them?
Sure.
If you can't trust them on their atheism,
sure.
You don't want to trust them, or you can't trust them on their Christianity, you can't trust them anything else. So even with Ted Cruz, whether people like what he's saying or don't, at least I think they trust him where he's coming from.
Sure.
I've been with him in every possible situation and setting, and I believe he is a guy that you can trust.
Sure. And one last question. If you heard my question too, Mr. Cruz, in your words, why would a conservative atheist vote for Ted when he's made disparaging remarks about those that don't get down on their knees and pray are not qualified for the higher office?
Well, I think what it is, I don't want to get into that, but what I would say why you'd want to vote for Ted, you'll have a lot of common ground. If you want limited government, but government that works effectively and efficiently, if you want education return to local control, if you want your nation to be secure, there's a lot of reasons why people say that's why I want to vote for Ted.
Sure.